Hey everybody, Daniel Barker here, bringing you a Total War Rome 2 online battle. This is 2v2, not sure what the funds are, I think Ultra. I'll pause this. Me and my teammate have brought Rome. My teammate is Fidelis, I think Fidelis is his clan, Marcos. He's a friend I met on here. Don't remember how, so... we were playing against two Spartans. I brought three auxiliary Syrian archers, and an auxiliary Balearic slinger. I also brought two Principes, two legionaries, two veteran, and three veteran legionaries. For my cavalry, I have an auxiliary cav, legionary, and a praetorian, through an auxiliary and African elephant, and a general's bodyguard. I don't normally bring a Roman army. I'm not opposed to using Rome, but I like to bring more obscure factions usually. I don't know. It's just personal preference. Oh, these guys look really pre-Marian. The Principes, that's about right, but so these legionaries, which I'm thinking that they wouldn't be, but they look like it. Someone enlighten me. I mean, obviously, if they're in a legion, they're post-Marian, but I don't know. Someone tell me. My ally. Okay. He brought 6 armored legionaries. That's his main corps. 2 auxiliary Balearic slingers. Legionary cav. 3 Saciae equites extraordinari. And a general bodyguard. And 4 Hastati over here. So, these Hastati he's going to be bringing around here to fight this Spartan. These two Spartans have lined up pretty far away. This guy took good advantage of this hill, which is smart, I guess, but it ended up leaving him away from his opponent, who's stranded at the bottom. But he brought 3 mercenary Cretans and a Rhodian that's visible. And these are 3 Spartan pikemen and a Spartan hoplite. That's obviously that's not his whole army. Some of them are being sneaky and hiding apparently in plain sight, which people could just do back then. It's a skill we lost. His ally is completely visible. He brought 2 Spartan hoplites on each flank for a total 6 Spartan pikemen. A couple of them have chevron upgrades. He also has 5 Cretan archers, and a hero of Sparta and a citizen cav. So, my ally and I decided we're gonna isolate this player right here, because these guys are pretty far apart, and if we can crush this one, then we can we're basically gonna double team them in turn. That's what we're gonna try. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I can't tell you. But I brought my skirmishers mostly as a token force because I knew that the Spartans would bring a lot of Cretans, as they are known to do, and it is wise for them to do. Because Sparta has really limited options. In my opinion, they're not a very good faction, especially not to bring against one like Rome. Because Rome has such versatile and cost-effective infantry that, like, legionaries or Evocati cohort, they're just so cost-effective that you can match or be superior to other factions' infantry that may have cost a lot more than yours, so you can bring a lot of other units that are quite superior. like African elephants. I could afford Praetorian cav, good skirmishers, and I have excellent infantry. And I didn't have to pay as much as the equivalent would on another faction as far as skill. And the Spartans, on the other hand, are very static, quite limited in what they can do. Basically, it's pikes or nothing for them. Pikes, Cretans. It's what they have, and that's it. But this Spartan is forming up into not really a box. I don't know. I'm gonna try and shoot this gap right here. I'm going to be leaving my skirmishers, just try and hold him up, and my ally is bringing his Hastati up, which are not a very good infantry unit. They're one of the lowest on the Roman scale of infantry. So this Spartan is, I think, holding his fire off on him, which is pretty wise. Nope, he's firing. I don't know. I probably wouldn't waste ammo on them because of how sucky they kind of are, but oh, he's concentrating on this legionary right here, and he has shredded me. They're down to 39 men of 120. Not cool. So I send him up because I see these archers moving up, and I don't want him hitting any of my others. So I let him take pot shots at these shattered legionaries. We've brought our cavalry around. Basically the idea is that I'm going to come around to the back, my ally is going to occupy him in the front, we're just going to sandwich him. Good old-fashioned Greek sandwich. Yeah, I don't even know if there's a special Greek sandwich. Probably not. So yeah, I'm just swinging my infantry in. The big ol' whiplash movement, I guess. Bringing in my African elephants. Don't want them to get flamed up by Cretans. And my allies pouring fire into these pikes. I guess I am too. I thought I was going to concentrate on these guys who are coming to help their opponent, their ally. Which is good. Teamwork is great. It really helps me. Really helps me out when my allies are helpful. Because then I don't do as bad. Anyway, yep. We are coming around. I blobbed up my infantry right here on one Spartan hoplite, who's decided not to break, apparently. But not a great move by me to get 3 units blobbed against one hoplite. And what are you gonna do? He got a few shots at my African elephants. Not a huge deal. Lost a couple hit points, maybe. Just kind of holding, well, taking out his own cavalry and trying to stay out of the way of this hoplite. But if we sandwich it, we can beat it. One legionary cav is breaking on my opponent's team, but I'm bringing in my elephants. And the scare effect from them behind the pike line is very effective. I'm bringing in my Roman infantry, so they will have that flanking morale problem. And now my allies kind of coming in from the front. You see this? This pikeman routed with 76 men left, just because it was combined scare effect. My skirmishers are losing here. I'm not surprised, but they weren't a core part of my army, so what surprised me was that they stayed in long enough to lose all these men, because they're going to be mostly a distraction for these Cretans, something for them to have to stay focused on a little bit. We've pretty much managed to destroy the Spartan army now. So, ganging up and working together with your teammate, it always works great. Usually works great. So, teamwork is very key in these online battles. Very key. because when a player gets isolated, they can easily get picked off by one or more players. Usually more. But, so, this Spartan is basically done. And this one, I don't know, I guess I don't really blame him for not coming in, because he can't be super offensive with pikes. It's a major defect, but I don't know. My allies engage with this Astadi, which I don't know if they'll win against Spartan Hoplites. Probably will over here because there's two of them and he's bringing in another behind, but once 15. Yeah, he's gonna beat this Astadi easily. And he's coming in with a Royal Spartan, so he will destroy it quite easily. And I always thought these guys were half strength. Apparently not, because they're super heavy spear infantry. Whatever. So yeah, he actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 Cretan archers. I think it's, yeah, 6. Oh, math is hard. Anyway, 6 Cretans who will shred our skirmishers. So I'm rushing up my cav, trying to distract some of his Cretan archers and just help out my teammate. But right here, oh, this was upsetting. This one Spartan Hoplite decided not to break. Just decided, nah, not today. We're staying in it. Despite the combined efforts of a Praetorian Cav, a veteran legionary, an auxiliary African elephant, and a Principe, it decided it's not breaking. No. Why would it? You know. Just because it's getting... Oh yeah. I come behind it now with this auxiliary Cav. Still at 87 men. Ridiculous. Now it starts to waver, which I understand. My allies coming in, maybe a bit early, I guess. Accidentally hooked some guys on these pikes. Not a big deal. The horses get screwed over in this game. I mean, just get ridden around till they're exhausted, and then they get to die. So, I think... Yeah, my ally lost his general, or his general unit broke due to losses. But the Spartan is forming into a box, which I don't blame him in this scenario, because he's getting outflanked. I would have done the same thing, I guess. Those Pila volleys. My ally's doing a smart thing, which is rushing in, launching Pila, come back out. It's devastating. Put 5 kills on this Spartan pikemen. They're great pike infantry. Some of the best pikes in the game. Quite cost effective as far as pikes go. Yeah. So he has isolated this Royal Spartan general, and now he can follow it. And we're gonna try to. I'm finally moved up pretty much. Oh, but there are still a couple units, so I'm tossing this Praetorian Cav in behind. I'll show you this charge, just because charges look so cool in this game. I love cinematic mode. Really distracts me from my game, but I don't care. So I hit it from the... Well, I hit it from the side, which is not as good, but it'll work. It'll suit my purposes. I'm moving up my elephants. We're trying to hit cracks in this pike wall. I'm going to try and get in here, but the Spartan sees it. He's moving back. Good move. He's got Cretans in here. Some of those floppy-hatted Rhodians. Oh, those floppy hats. They were onto something, these Greeks were. Especially with those hats. But, I guess my ally wisely decided this is the area to exploit. Because it's only Spartan Hoplites, so you can basically charge them with Cav. And he gets in, plows the way with his Sakiai Equites, hits his skirmishers. Very smart. This Hopte, it didn't take a lot of losses, but it opened up. And now there's a gap. And when a pike box gets a gap, it's almost certainly doomed. Quite certainly. So I'm just engaging here a little bit to try and make sure these pikes don't turn and try and close the gap. Which they probably wouldn't anyway. Probably shouldn't have engaged and just stood in front and threatened. But I'm trying to pour in here too. I've got a Principe in there. Principe. I feel like it's Principe. I don't know. I feel like back in the day, they weren't fans of the soft C, but whatever. I'm trying to bring my elephants around. Forgot some cavalry out here. Totally forgot it. Yeah, we are. It is the end. This is the one that determines the end of the whole battle. Whether we can break in here effectively, but looks like we will. The Spartan is feeling the effect of these elephants. I haven't actually got many kills, but the scare effect they've delivered has been so useful to me this fight. I found that just even getting one elephant unit, it's just the icing on the cake. I feel like I stole that metaphor from someone about elephants. I know I did. Don't know who though. Maybe Arab Carthage. Who knows? I need to lower the sounds on this or something. It's getting ridiculous. I can't hear myself talk. But yep, this Spartan will is broken, and we have emerged victorious, and that is all she wrote. Just thanks for watching, guys. Great game to our opponents. They played excellently. My ally and I were able to work together because we knew each other, so it was easier than for our opponents to work together. So yeah, thanks for watching. Daniel Barca signing off.